And we back. It's the Kickback Show. I'm here with your boy, the DJ TJ. We got Niko G4 in the building.
Yo.
Nathaniel Moses in the house.
What up?
And we got a good day. We got a lot of good music to play today. Niko, thanks for coming through.
You already know what's up.
West LA, man. So you're from West LA from what I hear.
Yup, the West Side.
West LA's finest right here in the building.
You dig?
Niko G4. How'd you come up with the name Niko G4?
Well, my birth name is Nico. My last name starts with a G. So like, you know, as a kid, everybody used to just call me like, you know, Niko G and shit. But like, you know, I just put it together because my favorite number was 4 and shit growing up. So I would just put G4 together and on some fly shit, you know.
Speaking of fly shit, those sweatshirts, dope, bro. The
bro.
Bathing Apes are
some
killing
shit.
it right
Hell
now.
Yeah.
Some high fashion.
You already know.
From what I understand, you actually have one of your own fashion brands.
Yup. Roll with the Winners. That's my clothing brand and shit. Yeah, I just been pushing that for the last, like, you know, 4 or 5 years.
Okay, you've been on it for a while.
Yeah. It's been just really pretty much just like my clique and my like entourage and shit. We called it, you know, Roll with the Winners since high school and shit. So we just, you know, when we started doing music, we just started making merch and shit like that. So
I like it. So you make all your own merch.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
So you shared some stages with some pretty influential people from what I understand. You were on tour with Dom?
Yeah.
What was that like?
Man, it was crazy. I mean, when I first really got in the rap game, and like it kind of moved fast for me because like I just really just, you know, was opening up for people, and then like I caught Bro I and his manager, and then, you know, I ended up doing a record with him and getting on his album, the Yellow album, and ever since then we just been moving and you know, been family since.
Because that was like the Yellow album tour you were on tour with, from what I understand.
Exactly,
and then you ended up on the album just after the tour.
Yeah, exactly.
So he was like, yo, I fuck with this dude.
Yeah. No, it was like, you know, like the thing is, a lot of rappers and shit, you know, it's all corny for the internet and shit, but like me and Dom, like we really got a, you know, a real like brotherly bond to where it's like some little bro, big bro shit, you know, and he respects me and I respect him. So
that's who's the little bro?
Man, you know, I'm the little bro for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to, you know.
But you under the big homie's wing, so that's what's
you know,
up.
it's good to sometimes have big homies that, you know, can tell you when, you know, give you some good advice. You know, I feel like a lot of these young cats don't really have any, you know, real, you know, influences to get them some, you know, some real game or check them when they wrong. You feel me? You need that sometimes.
No, absolutely. You know, because a lot of these guys, obviously, you won't know until someone puts you on game.
Oh, period. You know, it's just.
How'd you guys come together to begin with?
Pretty much, I opened up for this producer named Polyester the Saint that like was producing for a lot of his like beginning work, and he's like, you know, one of the pioneers of like this funk sound in LA, you know, like this new wave and shit that, you know, it's kind of been going on, but like, you know, it's new to a lot of people. But
what is that? Like the sound you're talking about?
Like a funk, like you know, groovy type of sound, and he like produces a lot of that in LA, and you know, has been doing shit with Dom on, you know, since like West Side with Love 1 on his first album and shit. So you know, I opened up for him for his mixtape, and then, you know, it was like my first show ever. I was nervous as fuck and shit. Yeah, and you know, I kind of killed that shit. Everybody in there was fucking with me after that. So
you were hella nervous before you got on stage, and you went out there and just owned it.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a good feeling.
I think the nervousness kind of helped me just because I kind of wanted to prove my point that I was meant for this shit. You feel me? Like, you know,
it pushed you to be go harder.
Yeah, no, for sure, yeah.
And then obviously, I mean, something happened because Dom was like, yo, who's this?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, you know.
Did he approach you after the show or
like right when I got off stage, his like manager was like, you know, we fuck with that shit. Like, you know, shit, what's your contact and let's link up and shit. So
done deal. Take the phone, throw the digits. Let's do this.
It was, you know, it was automatic. You just gotta go in and kill it and, you know, make your connects, you dig?
You got a record called Recipe featuring Free Act Right and Ray Wright.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Man, it's really a new wave in the city. You know, I hear a lot of rappers saying they got the sauce and shit, so we wanted to come up with something like pretty much letting them know we got the recipe, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like when you got the recipe, you can always create, you know, and that's what we want to do is create new waves in the city and just, you know, keep that fly shit going. And
G4. Big homies, they done stressed the G. Still police trying to bring me in for questioning. All I ever wanted was $1 million cash. Brand new Ferrari with my foot on the gas. 4G out the yellow brake pad. Double street market out in London, poppin' tags. Big money bags, always jet lag. Splurge on the bitch, got a broke nigga mad. Purge on the bitch, kill the pussy out facts. Swerve on the bitch, and she falling off track. Whoa, young dope boy, I'm a boss. Whoa, that pussy get wet like Voss. Whoa, eat it like a pit bull, I'm a dog, she fuck. Got that ass bouncing like a fresh cherry 6'4". Whole click poppin', losing out the option. Getting checked up like I'm always at the doctor. 6-figure nigga, young G4 getting richer. Better watch your main bitch, cause you probably gon' miss for nigga. I can give away the recipes. Too many fuck niggas standing next to me. Big homies, they done stressed the G. Still got police trying to bring me in for questioning. Now, I can give away the recipes. Too many fuck niggas standing next to me. Yeah. Big homies, they done stressed the G. Still got police trying to bring me in for questioning.
This ain't check is what it says to me. It's paranoid bringing out the best of me. I'm so aware, so prepared for the worst. Tripping on my dolo, on my mama, I'm alert. The Benz go skirt. I just booked another round trip to the islands. Fucking with a model. She got my number, so she probably hit the lotto. This nigga talking like he with it, but he not though. Drinking out the bottle, money in the power. Need about an hour, I'ma have a hook up finals. We getting money, nigga, fuck being modest, nigga. You know the drill, I'm getting rich with my partners. Hot boy, big timers. Cash money at his finest. A street nigga with them commas. A straight nigga with them commas, nigga, you know the deal.
I can give away the recipes. Too many fuck niggas standing next to me. Big homies, they done stressed the G. Still got police trying to bring me in for questioning. Now, I can give away the recipes. Too many fuck niggas standing next to me.
It's too many.
Big homies, they done stressed the G. Still got police trying to bring me in for questioning.
Money moving from them western seas. I pirate paper on Pacific Street.
That's right.
I only bag specific freaks, and if they with it, I don't split it. I just count it to cheese. Look, hood niggas in them SUVs. Ghetto bitches in stilettos and jeans.
Buzz it out.
Do you really wanna be like me? Spit game like Luke and sugar free. Niggas looking at me sideways like where he from. Gina's son, he don't bang, but he will go dumb. And on the road with no drug dealers, pimps and thugs that turn a nigga 6 hour partners patching them up. My OG came through, lace me, that's love. Said don't even worry about it, boy, go do your stuff. Don't tell no one that ain't family, none of what we discuss. See, that's the problem with these niggas, man, they talk too much. Straight up.
I can give away the recipes. Too many fuck niggas standing next to me. Big homies, they done stressed the G. Still got police trying to bring me in for questioning. Now, I can give away the recipes. Too many fuck niggas standing next to me. Big homies, they done stressed the G. Still got police trying to bring me in for questioning.
Hey, that's Nico G4 right there with the recipe.
You already know, man. That shit banging.
Man, you keeping the West Coast alive. I'm not going to lie.
Hey, man, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's my job, you know what I'm saying?
For these cats out there who don't know, man, this is some real West Coast shit right here.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. I got to, it's only right to make the music that I was raised on and, take it to another level with some new shit added to it,
Right. When you say new shit, we talking about Roll the Dice 2, right?
Roll the Dice 2, you dig?
And that's the last album you just dropped where all these bangers are coming from.
Yep. iTunes, Spotify, it's all there. Go get that shit right now.
You got an album or a video coming out soon?
Yeah, for Recipe, I got that. I got the video about to drop in the next week. So we
the
getting
record
that
we
ready.
just heard right
yeah,
there.
that record that we just heard, just know that video going viral. So tune in soon, man.
You heard it first right here on the Kickback Show.
You already know, man, for real though.
We're looking forward to it. That song's a banger. So once the visual drops, it's over.
Oh man, for real,
We're
man.
looking forward to that.
Hell yeah. So
2018 is a big year. 2017 clearly was a big year for you.
Yeah, it was cool. I was really just, putting in that work and just really just building for this year, though. Honestly, like I had a good year last year, but I know that I put in a lot of work and made a lot of records. I made over like almost 200 records, so I got a whole lot of shit to drop this year. I just, pretty much stayed in the studio and just locked myself in there and just went in,
Hard work pays off, man.
Hard work, man. For real.
That's good.
I
can tell that. I can hear it and I can see it.
Oh man, good looking.
I'm actually looking forward to the visual myself because the song's dope.
Good looking, hell yeah.
And Dan, you have some questions for him, right?
Yeah, I had a question about how do you feel about the current state of West Coast rap?
Right now, I feel like it's in a good place because I feel like that it's a lot of different artists right now that's getting like new shit popping in the city to where it's like not the same like low riders and like, same feel that we had. Now we embracing like dark shit and like, kind of of a emo side in West Coast rap too, with other artists that's coming up with dark shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I fuck with that because I feel like everybody should have a voice in the lane.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And LA is so influential, and I don't think that we shed light on all the artists that's out here. I think we more so go for like the gang bang look and shit like that instead of going for like, you know, somebody who's really promoting some positive shit or some just different shit that we never heard, you know? And I think that you know, majority of the time that shit is swept under the rug, but people like me, the underground artists, is trying to bring that shit to the light, you know, so.
Right.
Yeah.
I see big things popping.
Hell
big
yeah.
things popping. That's tight. That's tight.
Yeah.
Like, so you're with OPM, from what I understand.
Yeah. That's like, it's fam, you know, like it's pretty much just a family, you know, like, you know, we pretty much, you know, I'm not signed to nobody or nothing. I just, you know, I'm independent. I'm an artist, you know, I just do my shit, but, you know, pretty much that's like my fam, you know, like I rep it like I rep Roll with the Winners, and, you know, it's going to be like, it's going to stay like that because they show none but love to me, you know, so.
So Roll with the Winners, that's like your clique, right?
Yeah, that's like my clique and my brand.
How many cats you got with Roll with the Winners?
Right now, we building. It's really like, it's really not that many. Like, I got my homie that I'm really, you know, I fuck with heavy from day one since like high school, named Monty Coolin. He does his rap shit, so.
Monty Cooley?
Monty Coolin.
Monty Coolin, I like that. Like Monty
Coolin.
Carlo, but Monty Coolin.
Monty Coolin, yeah.
That's
Monty,
tight.
he a dope artist, you know, from the city. We went to high school together and shit. You know, I'm telling them, you know, pretty much just the, you know, he want to fuck with us all the way. And I know he got his shit. He started some shit too, so it's kind of, I know it'd be like kind of hard to like, you know, do both. So I just told him, but you know, it's pretty much like a brotherly thing. Like Jay Brown, he rolled through in this. You know, like anybody that's really in my clique is like, you ain't got to rap. You could just, you know, be you and be a part of the clique. You know what I'm saying?
There it is. What part of West LA you grew up in?
Off Pico and Cochran, like right there off of like by Roscoe's and on like by
At first I
Redondo.
thought you had a Roscoe's hat on.
Yeah, I got the Roscoe's hat on.
Oh,
man.
it is a Roscoe's hat.
Yeah, it
so you
is, it
stay
is.
representing Roscoe's.
Yeah, man, like this is like, you know, it's really like Pico, and like a lot of the restaurants on Pico is like really the stamp of like, we see a lot of like growing up, I seen like Shaq at Roscoe's and like, you know, these.
The one off Pico.
Yeah. And like these big people that you would never see and
It's
shit.
kind of like an LA staple, right?
Yeah,
like if you come
yeah.
to LA, you got to go to the
You gotta
Roscoe's.
check in type shit. So like as kids, we would ride our bikes around there and just see people pulling up in new whips and shit to Roscoe's, and it was always like a stamp for us. And you know, I always wanted to, you know, show my face at Roscoe's when I was doing my thing. You know,
Right.
so it's love. You know, for
What's
real.
your favorite thing to get at Roscoe's?
Oh, the Obama special, number 9.
That's funny you say that because the first
Yeah.
time I went to that Roscoe's, they were selling Obama t-shirts out front.
Hey man,
And I bought
when-
one for $5.
Obama went to the one on Pico. How
That's the
about
one?
that? He
Man,
shut
that makes
down the
sense
whole
then.
damn block. I remember that. Like we couldn't even get out the damn house because Pico was shut down.
Of course.
What the fuck going
That's
on?
tight though.
Yeah, Obama pulled up, man. Got the number 9. You did.
The number 9.
It used to be called a country boy, but now it's called the Obama special.
They switched it up.
You feel me?
'Cause, I mean, no matter what he ordered, they would have changed the name.
On God. Obama,
That's
man,
tight,
come
though.
on. That's
I wish
like,
that man was still president.
man, for real, man. He's a good guy.
This
man.
dude that's in office right now really ain't cutting it,
Hey,
if you ask
man.
me.
You know, it's just ignorant people in this world, and he's just one of them, you know?
They just had a crazy school shooting in Florida.
Yeah, man, that shit is sick, man.
How do you feel about they're trying to have teachers carry weapons now?
Man.
And like bust back at the school shooters.
Oh my God.
But they're
I
only
don't-
paying them like $40K a year. How do you feel about that?
I think that's nutty because for one, a lot of these teachers are like kind of crazy themselves.
Right.
And like if you give them an opportunity, they get really mad at a kid or some shit. You
Right. I told
you gonna get another case, and they gonna be
Right.
like, oh, so you give teachers guns?
I thought he was a school shooter. I didn't mean to take him out like that.
Exactly, man. Guns aren't the answer, and I feel like to take the problem away completely, you just gotta eliminate guns. And you know, it sucks to say that, but you know, it's just what it is. And you know, it'll make the world a safer place because there's already too much chaos going on, man.
Right.
For real.
I feel that.
You know,
You got this tattoo on your hand. What's that all about?
that's Jesus right here. I got that when I was like 17, 18 and shit. Like,
So you've been
most of my
tatted for a while because you're
tattoos-
24 now, right?
On God, yeah. I just got this one. It's a chick laying on the west side right here, and it's because I did this song with Dom called "Belong to the City,"
Right.
and I just wanted like a chick laying on the west side, so, like she belonged to the city and shit, you know.
That's what's
But
up.
yeah, it's pretty much just all city tats 323, my area code. You know, shit like that.
You
know?
stay representing 323.
Oh yeah, for sure. Everything is LA, man. For me, I don't really, you know, I respect a lot of other places. I'm influenced by even some other places, but you know, I really was born and raised out here, and this is all I know. So
right,
yeah.
So you were on tour with Dom. What was one of the favorite performances or shows you did?
Oh man, it's too many, but I would have to say
one that was like that right there was the one.
I would have to say one that was like girls jumping off the walls and shit. Like I would have to say probably in DC at the Howard Theater.
Damn.
Yeah, it was.
DC always pops off. I swear a lot of artists say DC was like one of their best shows.
DC was lit, man, and I honestly didn't expect it because we just came from like New York, and New York seemed pretty dope, and I was like, damn, New York was pretty dope. It was some, you know, some chicks there and all type of shit, but DC blew New York out the fucking water.
Right.
Like, I'm talking about like. Every time we would talk, bitches are screaming crazy and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it's just that type of energy and shit. And
that was your first tour.
That was my first tour ever. Yeah.
You feel you gained a lot of attention after that tour? Like, just more followers, more people, more downloads?
No, for sure. Yeah, and just confidence, man. When you go to different cities and you do what you love, it opens up that you know, not comfortable, but that hunger that you want to be better and you just want to see more because you already see your door opening, you got your foot in the door. Now you just want to rip that motherfucker open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the most important thing is to see a door open up a little bit, just gives you that encouragement to go out and open that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? All the way. So
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Hell yeah.
You got a record here called Wear the Crown.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So you the king?
Man, I feel like
I
that.
thought you would have came in here wearing a crown.
Hey, man, this Roscoe's beanie the crown.
Right,
you know?
there it is, right there. Let's get
For
into
real.
it. Wear the crown right here, Niko G4.
Just get money. Fuck all that hating shit. So it's gonna be a broke nigga hating, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a broke bitch in the Phillies. We don't never mind that though. Little bitch. Yeah. They try to kick me while I'm down. Now they mad when I'm racks hit the ground. They try to hate and I was down. Now they girlfriend panties falling down, yeah. I be counting out pounds out of town, yeah. Now them broke niggas really got a frown, yeah. They try to kick me while I'm down. Now they got a white king with a crown. Yeah, oh shit, young king hopping out that spaceship. No bitch, you will never catch me with a rope bitch. On shit, need a man shin for them phobias. Being from the gutter, so them lessons kept me focused. Never had much, but mama drove a Focus. Still took the bus 212 with the homies. Metro, used to sweat that nigga for them tokens. Snuck through the back gate time, I was on shit. Never had a bang with the homies that was on shit. Cut from a different cloth, really trying to go bitch. Hoes play the nigga, cause we really ain't no shit. Got my game right at 16, cracked a bad bitch. Hit my first lick, then a nigga turned savage. Loyal to some niggas, but them niggas started lacking. Snake niggas in the sky, salty cause they small fries. I don't ever compromise, bitch, I live with mob ties. They try to kick me while I'm down. Now they mad when them racks hit the ground. They try to hate and I was down. Now they girlfriend panties falling down, yeah. I be counting out pounds out of town, yeah. Now them broke niggas really got a frown, yeah. They try to kick me while I'm down. Now they gotta watch the king with a crown. Be turning shit out, y'all be turning shit down. Niggas guarding they bitch, good we be turning them out. Rolly Ice had the crown, Packs move out of town. I'm a west side player raised in Midtown. Remember 7 to 7, that's word on wheels. On Pico, we done Roscoe for real. Still paid, nigga, I ain't never signed no deal. Always fresh bitch, cause a nigga dressed to kill. Fuck a thought, put that little bitch on the strip. Let her stack my money up, I need that chicken with dip. Remember girls used to play, now they play with the dick. I used to lie to them hoes, now I'm true to the shit. Yeah, I fucked your friend, yeah, I took the mins. Always roll with the winners, counting OPM. Bitch, I need that money bag long after world spin, so I can switch lanes in that AMG Benz. They try to kick me while I'm down. Now they mad when them racks hit the ground. They try to hate and I was down. Now they girlfriend panties falling down, yeah. I be counting out pounds out of town, yeah. Now them broke niggas really got a frown, yeah. They try to kick me while I'm down. Now they gotta watch the king wear the crown. You know what I'm saying? For all the bitch niggas that be hating at home, scrolling through your phone, looking at my Snapchats, looking at my pictures and shit. You just mad cause your bitch has left the comment, nigga. Stop hating. We eating over here, nigga. gotta say this shit no more. Nigga, roll the dice too, nigga. I'm the illest in the motherfucking city, nigga. G4, little bitch, go tell a friend.
Right here on the Kickback Show, Dash Radio, that's where the crown.
Yeah.
Man, we out here. That's a banger. I swear you keeping the West Coast alive. This sounds like the stuff I grew up on.
You feel me? I only listen to bangers, so I only make bangers. You feel me?
It only makes sense.
Yeah. You feel me? I was raised on, E40 and Sugar Free and
I can hear
Snoop
E40 is
and-
actually my favorite rapper.
Man, he's
down.
He gave you the game, man.
Right.
He gave a lot of these, the ism is what they say. It's like some real player pimp shit. He just gave niggas the formula, and that's what I go by.
dig?
You feel me? You dig? Real talk.
Yeah, so I heard you play basketball.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I be on the court sometimes, man. I got, I've been watching Kobe since a kid, man. So, I got me a little fadeaway and all that.
You a Lakers fan?
Man, to death, man. I don't care if we trash, we still the best. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Right.
Did you play in high school?
I played a little bit, but I got kicked off the team, man. Like I was like not coming to practice because I had like my girlfriend was like one of the hottest girls in the school, and like when I was in 10th grade, my girlfriend was in 12th grade. And I just I always was with my girlfriend for some reason, because you were just like, I got a bad ass bitch. Like, you feel me? And she was like a cheerleader and shit. And
shit.
I was like, man, fuck school, man. Like, fuck this, practice shit. Like, I started selling, motherfucking weed and shit, getting money, and just started doing shit like that. So I was like, man, I felt made for some other shit, real talk.
Right.
Yeah, so I heard you're a weed enthusiast as well.
Man, for real, man. We got a lot of kush right here, man.
Here we go with the Supreme Pack.
I got a lot of kush right here. I be
Oh, he
smoking
came in
different.
fully decked out.
What's your favorite strain?
Pre-rolls away.
I love me some gelato right here. Just
That's your favorite
gelato's
strain?
My favorite, man. I be, what
Damn,
I'm
he wasn't
saying?
playing.
I be really smoking
Let me smell
gelato
that real
and
quick.
shit, man. I like
This is your favorite
this
gelato?
AK-47 right here is crazy too.
Oh,
What's up?
damn, that's some loud right there.
Yeah, it's
so good.
You got a favorite
vibe.
dispensary? Because this looks like some medical grade.
I was in the hood off of like Normandy and something. I don't want to give it up because it was a low key spot. But
Right.
you dig?
It's probably not one of the legit ones, but they got the
I was
fire.
over there getting it in. They had two little A's for going for 30. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You gotta
get it while
fuck with
it's hot.
the hood spots. Got the deals. You
Hey,
did.
true that.
You feel me?
That's what I always say about because they're legalizing weed. I think August it's supposed to be like 100% legit, right?
Man, it need to be for
or
real.
something like that.
It should have been.
But I feel like I always just gotta call my weed dude.
Man,
like,
for
the
real.
weed dude will pull up on you a little bit more in the bag. Sometimes
Period.
he'll bring a swisher and blow one with you or something, or
Yeah.
backwood, whatever your paper of choice
I love
is.
copying for the trap, but niggas be unreliable. Like you call a nigga,
I'm on my
answer
way.
the
Here I
phone.
go.
10 minutes, you be like, hey, bro, where you at? Oh, I'm on the way, bro. Like, it's like an
You said
hour
that
past.
an hour ago.
Man, I'm like, yo, bro, like, this shit is out of pocket, man. You know what I'm saying? I respect niggas hustle, but hey, man, LA niggas be too chill, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pull up. These weed dealers out here making too much money. They ain't trying to pull up and shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? For real.
You're getting that good LA money because it won't last for long, man. The hustle stays strong for a little bit,
Exactly.
but once that shit goes 100% wreck, I feel like Ralph's gonna start carrying weed and shit.
Hey man,
you
for
gonna get
real,
right
you
there.
gonna in the produce section. Here's kush.
That's like one of my
ounce.
dreams come true. I come over there with a big old bag and the scoop thing, just right out of the little like.
For real,
grab me some trail mix
niggas
and a
gonna
bag
be
of
in
weed.
there like they giving out hotcakes and shit. They gonna be stealing this shit like that candy. They took out the candy
Right.
shit. You remember I used to steal as a kid
Right,
all
the
the
little
candy.
gummy bears and,
Oh,
the
God.
chocolate raisins or whatever, and you get yourself an eighth real quick too.
Oh God, for
They'll
real.
probably lock that up with the liquor though. You know how they got liquor locked up in
Yeah.
stores.
Man, they got condoms locked up, man. I was in there.
Man.
They had the Trojans locked up like niggas was stealing the motherfuckers.
Right.
Like,
You walk in there with your girl trying to smash, and they be like, "Yo, we need to unlock on aisle 4 for some condoms."
exactly. Oh
You
God.
like, that's me looking at the camera and shit.
Yeah, it was funny because it was like a little old ass lady come come and open the thing for
Right.
me, get me
I
like
know
a
what
12
y'all are getting into
12
tonight.
pack. Yeah. I was like, yo, all right, thanks, lady. Yeah,
Right.
for real.
There's that little awkward moment right there where
For real,
you just
baby.
get 2 packs. I don't have to come back.
It was at midnight, so it was. She knew it was up. She
Right,
knew it was
it's
up.
going
You
down.
Feel me? Yeah,
Smell like Hennessy coming in there. 2 packs of Magnums, like, oh, it's a wrap.
Hey man, I had
Girls
her,
hanging off your shoulder and
you
shit.
dig? I don't know. She was in the car. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
even better. Couple days ago, you tweeted "Rest in Peace, Kurt Cobain."
Yeah.
So, are you a friend of like a fan of Nirvana?
Man, I'm a big fan, man. I'm a big fan of Nirvana, man. I honestly, like, I'm a big influence by Kurt, and I really love rocking that influence of just, you know, like being a rebel. And he was one of the first rebels in the game to truly just say, fuck the standardized ways of being an artist, you know, like, and I truly embrace that, you know, whatever genre it is, rap, you know, rock, blues, whatever. I feel like all artists should just go by the criteria that they come up with and believe in, you know what I'm
Word.
saying? Like, if it's true and you feel it in your heart, I feel like that's what you should speak into your music, you feel me?
How do you feel that he's influenced you to be who you are today?
Because like he just didn't, you know, I feel like a lot of these artists now today, like they focus a lot on social media. And I always been an artist that like, I'm good in my community. I'm good, you know, with my peers. And, you know, Kurt, he was pretty much, you know, he didn't give a fuck about the public eye. And he,
Right.
You know, he more so cared about the band and the music and the art. And that's the same way I am, you feel me? I really care about, you know, everything that I work on, I'm in there. You know, like when all my videos, I sit in on the editing, on my mixes, I sit on every mix, you know, the mastering, everything, all the processes I want to say I can be a part of, because a lot of these artists nowadays, they just want shit to happen for them. You feel me?
Right. They feel entitled or something.
I like to be a part of it. You know, I like to work with the people I'm working with. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Who else do you feel has influenced you to be who you are today, aside from Kurt Cobain?
Oh man, that's a great question. I feel like I love a lot of old school artists like Jimi Hendrix. I love like Isaac Hayes.
Can't go wrong with
like
Isaac.
yeah, you know, like a lot of these artists and a lot of the people back then used to say real shit in these records, but like more so even I love like Mixtape Wayne and I love Kid Cudi. I love NERD. You know, I love Tupac. I love, you know, Sugar Free. Like for real, is like one of my favorite artists that really, you know, tells the truth in all his songs, and I feel like it's so genuine because a lot of people don't keep it that real with you, you know? Like, you always feel like, oh, I'm hearing the same story. And then you hear a new like an artist telling a different story, and it's like, wow, like, that shit is dope, you know what I'm saying? So I always look into different ways of hearing music, you know?
Right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
You're only 24 years old, so you've kind of experienced some different eras of music.
Oh, for sure. Hell yeah. Definitely.
So,
How do you feel about the whole Peep thing and his legacy? And
Oh, man.
because you knew Lil Peep or something, right?
Man.
you guys were friends?
Definitely friends. And, you know, the craziest part for me is honestly, it blew my mind when I found that out, man. Because, like, literally, I was just, like, talking with my boy Rich Hill. Like, Ricky Hill is one of my best friends in this game. Like, and just outside of music, like, he's a big influence for me, too. I should have said him when you asked me.
Right.
But I met Peep in May, and he came over for the first time, and he was recording with Rich, and we were just vibing out. He was playing me hella shit, and you know, I really like fucked with this kid because, you know, he was telling me like I'm one of his big influences. Like, and I was like, for real? And he was like, man, like he sung me like one of my songs, like word for word. It's this song called Chaos.
Right. And you're like, because everybody can talk and
Yeah.
say like, yo, I really fuck with him. All of a sudden he
Just
sings
sing
your
your
whole
song
song
word
He
back
for
to
sings
you.
word.
my whole verse like word for word.
And you just
crazy.
met this dude.
I just met him. Like I just met him, and he was telling Rich like, man, I fuck with Nico. I fuck
Right.
with Nico. Cause
And how long ago was this?
This was in May.
Okay.
In May 2017. And I initially told Rich about him because I seen him posting Rich's shit on his Instagram. And I was like, wow, like, this kid fucks with you, bro. And I was like, you know, he was like, oh, shit. Like, you know, like, Rich is like the type of person, he's like laid back. He just looks at it. So, okay, cool. But I was like, you know, both of these artists, like, they could make some dope shit. So
Right.
I wanted to bring that together. And when I found out Peep was like a big Rich fan, I was like, man, I told Rich, and they made it happen. And got in the studio and made some dope shit, and I honestly fuck with it heavy, but man, that shit fucked me up when I heard that he was passed, man, for real. Like the night I met him, the crazy part is, like, he called his mom off of my phone. His phone died. And his, like, mom called me back and, like, left a message on the phone. And I still got it on my phone. And him, like, you know, asking, like, oh, is this, I guess she has, like, a nickname for him. And she said the nickname on my voicemail and shit. And
oh, she called you back?
Yeah, she called me back and was like, oh, I guess it was a butt dial. Bye. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy that I still got it on my phone. And I remember that night like it was yesterday. And
yeah, that's crazy.
It's just crazy, man. He was a very, very talented dude. And when I was around him, it was nothing but, you know, smiles. For real.
Good shit. Good shit. Rest in peace.
Definitely rest in peace, Pete, man, for sure. Hell yeah.
We got another record here, Famous.
Yeah, Famous.
What was the meaning behind Famous?
And, you know, in this era, man, growing up, a lot of these girls, you know, they look in their phones in that black mirror for acceptance. And a lot of these girls want acceptance from a phone and devices and things that aren't real that could be smashed. You know, we got to understand we're flesh and bones. We're something real that can't just be made tomorrow. A phone could be made, you know, tomorrow. A person takes 9 months to be developed and made. And I think a lot of these girls don't understand, like, you giving your all to a phone when you got a brain, you got to, you know, it's a lot of things that a lot of young women don't understand right now. So
when you say give your all to a phone, is that being like, oh, you didn't accept my friend request on Facebook, or you didn't approve my...
It's more so like they're all involved in, like, creating a future through their phone, and instead of, like, creating a future doing, like, something, you know, constructive or positive, you know. And not to knock nobody's hustle, I really respect some people that do it on a positive level, in a cool level. But, you know, I feel like a lot of these young girls and shit in high school, they don't really truly know who to be now because they just see these girls on Instagram doing this shit and think it's cool. And then they want to do the shit instead of being an influential person in this world that's doing something dope. So, you know, the song is really a deep message. It's just about, like, you know, basically girls trying to be famous instead of trying to be real. You know what I'm saying? And
there it is.
You know, that's just all it is. That's famous. All it's about.
Nico G4.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I know, like, all these niggas is always in your ear and shit, telling you the same shit, you know what I'm saying? But this shit don't faze me, you know? You just like every other one. Niggas asking where she be at. She been ghost, always asking where the love. And never show. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. Niggas asking where she be at. She in that gold sky, niggas spending hella band. She so cold, but she wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. Yeah. Got the ballers tryna trick on her. Instagram, I just clicked on her. No pick and a new whip, yeah. No whip, got the 40-inch, yeah. Another trick, book another trip. First class house, she a bush bitch. Only want them hundreds with them blue strips. No Olive Garden, but she eating roof crisp. Her body popping and she fucking breaking pockets. She gon' holla at you if she fucking know you got it. Type of bitch that fuck with some lames. All cause a nigga flash money and fame. But she don't care if that nigga is lame. She just want a new bag and a real nice vacation. That money be the only relation. She ain't got a job, but her bills paid. And she ain't fucking with them niggas if they ain't. Ass fat, make a nigga break the bank. That pussy wet, got her wetter than the leg. I crack that hoe, no trickin', just niggas asking where she be at. She been ghost, always asking where the love. And never show. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. Niggas asking where she be at. She in that gold sky, niggas spending hella band. She so cold, but she wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She rather be famous. She wanna 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 be famous. Feel like she famous. They wanna know what her name. Wanna know what her name. Know what her name. Wanna know what her name. They wanna know what her name. Wanna know what her name is. Know what her name is. Know what her name is. Yeah. Bad bitch, what her nails did. No titties, good investment. Louis V is her best friend. She just wanna see the views from the West End. But she gotta leave late night. Early morning, gotta catch another flight. She should be in Florida by 3 p.m. Found blue, listening to OPM. Lip gloss popping, Vicky, she gets dropping. If she ain't shopping, then she club hopping. Cause she wanna fuck If you ain't talking money, probably shouldn't niggas asking where she be at. She been ghost, always asking what the love. And never show. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. Niggas asking where she be at. She in that gold sky, niggas spending hella band. She so cold, she wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She wanna be famous. She rather be famous. She wanna 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 be famous. Feel like she famous. They wanna know what her name. Wanna know what her name. Know what her name. Wanna know what her name. They wanna know what her name. Wanna know what her name. Know what her name is. Know what her name is. Yeah. Yeah, I see you. I see you, baby. Hashtag bad bitch. I see you on the gram, you know what I'm saying? Got like 100,000 followers and shit. You should come through though. Leave them lame niggas on the sideline, you know what I'm saying? Fuck with some real ones. From the city though.
Yo, why isn't that playing on Power 106 right now?
Man, tell me why, man.
I feel like that's something right there for the traffic jam.
Man.
Like that's LA all day. If not Power 106, at least K-Day or something,
man,
you know?
Dog, they be
Can
sleeping
we get
on
that
me.
in rotation, please? Somebody
Hey, they need
send it.
I guess they just go by label budgets and shit nowadays. They don't really go with the core.
We'll
with
see.
The, with the
We'll
people
see. You got a
want.
big year ahead of you, man. We'll
feel
see
me?
what happens.
Real talk. I hope so, man. Real talk.
Yeah, I saw on Instagram that you performed All-Star Weekend.
Hell yeah, yeah. We OPM did a Jordan Brand event. We just opened up like pretty much for like the game that was going on. They was having like a little high school like I guess game where they was like bringing in the young kids from the inner city and shit.
So it was like kind of like the JV squad to the real All-Star Weekend or something,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It was like, but it was dope because it was shown. I guess it was like all of the good kids in the city and shit, and they was
Nice.
all playing on like two different teams and shit. But it was dope because like it really brought that back for me too. Like that when I was playing basketball and shit. Like so I'm looking at the young hoopers and shit while I'm performing and doing my thing. That shit.
Did
was
you get
cool.
out there and school them at all?
I shot around a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Crossed up J305 a little bit. He was trying to
J305.
Yeah, he was trying to guard me. He was garbage though. He shot the ball over the damn
broke his ankle.
He shot the ball over the
J305,
damn
where you at?
That's my brother though, man. Shout out to bro. For
Yeah,
real.
shout out to J305. He was on the show not that long ago. I like J305.
Yeah, he's crazy, man. That's my bro. For
I didn't
real,
know he
for real.
hooped too.
Yeah, you said what happened?
I didn't know he hooped too.
Oh yeah, hey, he don't be hooping. That's the crazy part. He tried to hoop, and he just, you know what I'm saying, it didn't work out too well.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, maybe we could get a hoop game going one-on-one with J305 and Nico G4 or
Hey
something.
man, he gonna get demolished. You don't want to do that, man.
He already crossed him up once on All-Star Weekend too.
Yeah, real talk, for real.
That's good though. So you stay active in the community.
Hell yeah, definitely. I really fuck with the people, man. For
What high
real.
school did you go to?
I went to Westchester my 9th grade year. Then I was bad as hell. My mom transferred me into Fairfax, so I went from 10th grade to 12th from Fairfax.
You jumped through.
Yeah, hell
Fairfax
yeah.
is dope though.
No, it was dope as fuck. It really
That's right
brought
there
me
in the mix of everything.
It really brought me into like the limelight a little bit more, honestly, because like everything was happening right there before shit was really happening. Before really the internet cracked off. Like a lot of the shit, all of these people were coming to Fairfax. You feel me? So it was kind of crazy, going to high school right there.
We were just talking about that. I guess the 100 store is shutting down. You know how the 100 is like kind of off in the cut right there?
Crazy.
Did you hear about that?
Them is honestly the homies too. I fuck with Bobby and I fuck with my nigga Five that work there. That shit is crazy to me because I really grew up. Like one of my first streetwear tees was the 100s tee, and I remember
Right.
getting it. And it was like, I guess, it was like Murder on Rosewood tee. I remember
Okay.
it. And it was like, it was gray and it had a chick like dead in the street on like with the Rosewood sign.
Right.
I remember just being so happy to have that tee. And I
Wore
remember
that shit 3 days a week.
for
in
real,
school. Ugh.
for real. I had some like skinny Levi's with some
Right.
black Vans, and I just felt we was
That
skating
sounds
around.
like Fairfax High right
We
there.
was skating
man.
around all day, and that shit is just the energy and the culture right there, man. For real, I grew up like that, so it's crazy to see a brand like that was, pretty much one of the pioneers of this streetwear shit over there on Fairfax, for real.
So you skateboard too?
I skate around. I'm not really a dude that does tricks and shit. I cruise and
like I get there.
Yeah. No, I can skate for sure, but I ain't trying to like niggas be fucking up their
breaking
ankle.
wrist,
Like,
doing the most.
Yeah,
Staircases
man, like
and shit.
one little. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can't perform. But like, what? Come on. I'm gonna not perform because I was fucking around trying to be like Tony Hawk and shit.
Right.
Come on, dog.
Damn, you on stage with a cast. This man's really about it.
Yeah, man, for real. I ain't with all of the injuries and shit either. That shit, that shit really be fucking up your health and bones and shit. I'm trying to
For real.
trying to live forever out here, man.
And musically, you will live forever. You keep putting out records like this, man.
Hey,
You're gonna
man,
get some time.
I hope so, for real. I hope they embrace me forever, for real.
You were recently interacting with some of your fans.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, one of my fans truly was like, always just supporting and DMing me and just showing hella love and support and always going out their way to tag me and shit. And, one day I just woke up, was like, man, let me do something. I just wanted to do something different and cool. Like, something that I didn't, like going to buy some new shoes is cool, but this is something else that's cool.
More meaningful.
And I just met up with her and I told her to meet me on Pico and La Brea at the 7-Eleven right there. That's like one of my neighborhood spots.
You sure you don't do this to all the girls, or is it just...
It was pretty much to one of my real fans. If I did it to one of the girls, it's off
look her up.
camera.
I bet she's fly as hell, bro. I guarantee you would DM her back. Like, yo, pull up at the spot. I'm on my way.
You know what I'm saying? But definitely certain girls that you DM back. But this one was like a real fan that I truly wanted to embrace because she embraces us. And I wanted to make her feel special, you know what I'm saying? And,
that's dope.
I gave her a hoodie and I signed it for her and just made her feel special. You feel me?
And she's already a fan, and then you just made her day.
Hey, man, if you can make somebody else's day, why not? I only drove down the street from my crib. It didn't take much,
Right.
So
Because you still live in the area.
Yeah, I still live in the area. I'm Midtown for, hopefully not forever, but hopefully forever because I want to always be in my hub, but I don't want to be,
You love it out here, huh?
I want to have a crib in the hills eventually.
Someday we just move a little north. That's all it's going to be.
You feel me? Yeah, definitely. Not too far, but, a little far.
What can we expect from you this year?
Oh, man, just a lot of energy. Expect new music almost every fucking month. That's one thing I'm going to start doing is, like, dropping at least one song on my SoundCloud every fucking month. Like, I got too many records. And like I said, I recorded, like, almost 200 records last year.
Wow.
Yeah, like, I got hella music.
Based off your SoundCloud, you haven't released one for like 3 months.
Yeah, no, for real. And, one thing about my SoundCloud is I was really trying to build my presence on Apple Music and Spotify a little bit more. Because I felt like I built it up a little bit on SoundCloud, but I didn't on those other platforms. So I was starting to, like, just drop it on Apple or Spotify because I wanted the fans to know to, like, hey, man, support my shit, buy my shit too. You feel me? Because I think a lot of fans get caught up on just SoundCloud, but if you really love your artist, support your artist. You know what I'm saying? It don't take much to just spin it a few times or add it on your playlist on Apple Music. You feel me? So, that's one thing that's, getting us paid and generating dollars in this independent artist,
I do know about that. About that. And you got a song called About It.
Yeah. With my homie G Perico, man. Shout out to homie.
How'd you guys come together?
We just, pretty much it was a homie of homies, man. It was around the same crowds and, I fucked with bro energy, bro fucked with my energy and we just did the record, I sent it over and he sent it right back like in like an hour. So he fucked with it, I guess, and sent it
clearly.
Right. Yeah, and it was history, so.
Let's get into it. About It.
You did.
That's the lifestyle when you from California. Damn, she hella bad, yeah. Damn, she hella bad, yeah. Ass hella fat, but can she make it clap, yeah? I don't fuck with broke code, baby, I don't do those. Gotta have your own though, to fuck with a boss, ho. Even if she bad, shit, it probably won't last. Cause I'm really about this cash, got some tucked up in the dash. I don't splurge, I just smash, put it like up on the stash. Tap my name up on that ass, so I see it from the back. Heard your ex was a lane, let me put you on some game. 18K on the chain, screaming out, fuck the fame. Little bitch, I been bout it, so tell me is you bout it. Shoot the addy, I'm a rowdy, you could get it, it ain't nothing. Don't hit me when it's over, about you, buddy. We gon' be up all night, we don't gotta wake up early, nah. Is you bout it, is you bout it? Is you bout it, is Is you bout it? Is you bout it? Yeah, is you? Yeah. Is she bout it? 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 Is she bout it?
Yeah, look.
Is she bout it?
Is you bout it? I hate to have to doubt you. I hate for you to play them games and make me stay from around you. Can you give me what I need when I want it? Put your knees on this sofa, slap your ass, pull your hair. Now you asking me to choke you, taking trips across the country, coming back with bags of money. Really think I got a problem? Cause a nigga always horny. You put a cucumber in your puss. That's organic, but I never eat your salads. Might hit you when I'm loaded like what's happening. I got this bitch, and we tryna get it cracking. I've been feeling good lately, looking better than the one you with. Getting on these niggas' nerves cause I do my shit. Sitting low behind the tent, that's my view. One bag of money really ain't enough. I need two, I need a body bitch. Sliding cars, turning tricks, light skin, long hair, CEO on her shit.
Is you bout it? 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 Yeah, is you? Yeah. Is she bout it? 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 Is she bout it?
Yo, that's Bout It.
Yeah.
I like that one.
All right, man. Tell all the girls is you bout it, you know what I'm saying? Don't let them play up. Tell them choose up or lose up, little bitch.
You were just talking about the girls on Melrose in 2006. What happened to Melrose?
Man, what the hell did happen? I feel like you could only go to Melrose on like fucking All-Star Weekend or something crazy. But like in 2006, my bad. Motherfucking Melrose was like bitches galore. Like I swear to God, like I don't know if it was that Bobby Valentino video when he said, you know, the girl walking down Melrose or some shit, but like, man, it
Plus,
was
there was
so.
like reality shows that were popping back then that they kept like filming on Melrose. I feel like
Yeah. No, and it was pretty much like the eye opener for like, you know, different shit in LA, like Von Dutch and like Ed Hardy and like, you know, Sporty LA and these stores. It was coming about like around that same time.
Von Dutch is coming back too.
Yeah, it is. My nigga Jay Brown got on the Von Dutch right now.
Shout out to Jay. Swagging on him.
He got
right
on the
now.
Von Dutch right now and shit.
What's some of your favorite brands?
Man, my favorite brands right now, of course, Roll with the Winners.
Number one.
You dig?
Go cop that. Where can they buy that at?
They can go to NikoG4.com. You know what I'm saying? Go log in right now. You dig? Drop that right now.
Selling out. We selling out. Get them while they're hot.
You feel me? For real, before
Melrose
it's sold
can't even
out.
keep them in stock.
Man, they can't. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I fuck with my homie brand, my homie Rich Hill's brand right now. I just model for Tango Hotel, OPM brand. But outside of like the merch brands, I fuck with like, you know.
What kind of shoes you wearing right now?
I'm wearing some Forces.
Okay.
Yeah, some Nike Air Forces right
Can't
now.
go wrong
I'm
with
wearing
the classics.
I'm wearing V-Lone. Shout out to my nigga Barry, man. I got the barter chain. Shout out to my nigga S Barter. And Barriers is his brand from New York and shit. I got on a Bape, you know, real vintage Bape. Shout out to 3P.
Tripping.
Cop that from them. Then I got on a vintage Harley tee. You know what I'm saying? I wear a lot of vintage tees. I don't like really like a lot of new shit like that.
Right.
I wear a lot of vintage rock tees and different shit that a lot of these little niggas don't know about. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta leave it up to you to teach them.
Hey man, I got to. You feel me? I got to give them the recipe. Like I said, you did.
The recipe.
So when you're not listening to rap,
Yeah.
what other genres catch your ear?
I really love, you know, this is crazy because I go to house concerts sometimes. Like I go to like
Electronic music.
like not even just that, but I love this DJ. You know, my homie put me on to him, and you know, really Duke Dumont. I don't know if you heard about him. He's a real dope DJ from like London, and I went to his show at the Observatory like a year ago, and like my homies took me there. And I was having like I just broke up with my ex, and bro was like, "Man, get your mind off that shit.
Right.
Come to some new shit.
Come with us."
And matter of fact, I got a Molly for you in this you know, it's the best Molly ever. And I was like, fuck it, like I'm going all out tonight. So we went to the concert. My boy that I was with bought like a crazy table, had to set up right and shit for the concert. Dog, I swear to God, I had the best time of my life there. And ever since, I've been listening to house music, like for real, like on some different shit. When I need to clear my head of the other shit, I'll turn on some Duke Dumont or some like Majid Jordan or some type of housey vibes, some cool shit.
There
you know
you
what
go.
I'm saying? Yeah.
Nathaniel, because you produce electronic music, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You heard of Duke Dumont.
Yeah, they're pretty epic. I mean, they got like just like powerhouse house songs with like crazy vocals and melody.
Man, that shit is crazy though.
It's like deep.
I really fuck
Especially
with
if you
it.
off one of the mollies.
I really, man,
Yeah.
I was rolling hard that day too, cause I was just like the lighting and everything
It's an
together
experience.
was just like man, like wow, like I'm in a whole nother dimension right now. You feel me? But you know, I truly fuck with the house vibe, and I fuck with the chicks that's there too. There's some bad bitches at the house
electronic
shows.
crowd.
They-
They'll show up in a thong and some furry boots,
Hey,
like
man,
they're ready to
and-
turn up.
And they having fun too. Like they don't like if you want to dance, like they gonna dance. Like you know, at the club
Right.
nowadays, you try to dance with a girl, she look back
Oh
at you
man,
like,
I hate that.
you didn't buy me
That's
a
one of
drink.
the worst, man. Like you pull up, like, oh, I'm about to get on the. Okay, here we
Yeah.
go. And she looks back, like, what? You dancing by yourself?
yeah,
what am I
yeah,
supposed to do? I feel like an open invite, right?
Hey man, that shit is weird too, cause you
First
know,
time that ever happened to me was in California.
man, bro, they
Like,
be
just don't
dancing
get
with
down
their
like that. I'm
phones.
trying to freak on the booty.
They
a
be
little bit,
dancing
you know,
with their phones. That's what I'm
Right.
saying. It's to where
Selfie
it's like
mode.
it's a real.
Smack that iPhone out the hand and let's grind, girl.
Come on, let's go, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell the bitch to bend over, you know, shake some ass. You got that ass.
You go to that house music show, they'll do it for you.
They doing all of that. And it's like, it's crazy because I really fuck with the energy because the music doesn't stop. Like it keeps going. Like it's not like no talking and like hella shit like that. It just goes. It just keeps going.
Right.
You feel me?
You got a pretty energetic song coming out soon, don't you?
I do.
What's that called?
It's called Hungover.
Hungover.
Comes out on the 1st.
That's lit.
It's got I got some singing in it too, kind of like Duke Dumont, but
Yeah.
a little different.
Who's
and I got a
singing
music
on
video. My friend Tut.
That's
Okay.
lit.
Who
That's
was
lit.
there?
I gotta check that out because I really like I
think you
remember
might fuck
even
with it.
another time I went to Exchange. I don't know if y'all been
Yeah,
there
I know about Exchange downtown.
And it was like some DJ
It's a
that
dope
was
venue.
Yeah,
It
no, that
actually
shit-
there was an LA stock exchange that when we went we had the Great Depression, it shut down.
Is that
Damn.
why?
That's what
it's
that
called
is. That's what
Exchange?
it was the exchange, the LA exchange.
Wow. I didn't know
had
that.
No idea. Nathaniel
That's why it's
was
like
know
marble.
that.
If you go in there, it's like marble everything. Why
It
would
is.
they,
Right.
why would
Nice
they
as
have
fuck.
marble for like electronic
I
music?
thought it was just
Nice as
baller.
fuck.
I was like, it's a nice venue.
Yeah, it is. It is.
So that
It is.
whole open area was where they did the exchange.
Oh, that
and they
makes
had,
sense.
Man, I remember I went there one night by myself, just stumbled in, and I just had a great time. It was so many chicks in there, like for real.
Can't go wrong with that.
Man, you can't, cause you ain't got no extra. You know, you ain't worrying about nobody. You just worrying about your damn self. You just get
Right.
chicks
And just feel the music.
you going in.
Right.
You got to know how to mob by yourself to know how to mob with a posse. You know, you got to know what to do. Like
I
you
feel
got.
like if you can do that, you can pretty much overcome going out anywhere.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You pull up like, you know what, I'm just gonna adapt.
Yeah.
And props for being able to do that because a lot of
Man.
artists are very stuck to one genre or one style. But for you to be so versatile, like
Yeah.
mad respect for being a very diverse artist.
Hey
you know?
man, I'm influenced by a lot of different shit. Like I said, as a kid, I used to fuck with so much different, you know, type of music. And you know, one thing I wanted to do was show a different side of my music and keep that going too. You feel me?
Right.
Yeah.
You recently just hit 10K on the gram. Congrats.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bro. That means I gotta drop some new music for my fans. I told them when I hit 10K.
Yeah, we're waiting. What's up with the new music?
I'm gonna drop it probably this week. You know, so this week
But you got a
expect
visual
some
dropping and new music this
new
week?
music, all
Oh,
that,
stay
man.
tuned.
Keep it coming,
Nico
man.
G4.
You feel me? On the way, you did.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing like an electronic remix of one of your songs since you are actually into electronic music?
You
or-
know what's crazy is like on one of my first tape, it was like a kind of a song like that called "Spilling Champagne on My Products,"
How'd that go?
and it was dope. A lot of people fucked with it, but it was more so like I was always going with the West Side lane, so I didn't want to like confuse people and be like on some like different shit. I wanted to tell my story first and let them know that I'm a LA nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm willing to get in all of that, man. I'm a fan. Like if I ever got in the studio with Duke Dumont, that would be like crazy.
Oh, we might be able to finesse that. You never
That'd
know.
be crazy.
So who spilled champagne on your Pradas?
Man, I did. I was going crazy in the club and was spilling champagne.
Okay, so
on my
you didn't.
shit.
It wasn't somebody else. I
Nah,
was like, man,
nah,
I'd
it
be a little
was
bit
me.
upset. This
You know,
the kicks, man.
Sometimes you be faded, you be spilling.
Oh,
fuck
it's a
it,
wrap.
You know, fuck it. You know,
I hate that when I see someone with some fresh white Jordans at the club, and I'm like, man, you're in the booth, and I just know they're getting scuffed. Like, it's a
Hey.
hard time for me to wear nice shoes to the club.
Exactly. You
They
know,
get the all black, just midnight riders.
it's a part of the story, though. You know, sometimes you can't worry too much about the fit. You know, you gotta just worry about the night. You know, we having fun. You know, I can't
Right.
worry about my shit getting scuffed up too much. We gonna cop some more.
When's your next performance?
It's coming soon, man. For real. I'm really trying to do one of these festivals soon. We was negotiating with some, so hopefully I'm gonna announce something soon. So just be on the lookout for that. For real, for real.
Most
Yeah,
def.
yeah.
Well, we're coming to a wrap on the show. We got one more track here. This is On the Low featuring Dom Kennedy.
You already know, man. Shout out
Congrats
my
on
big
that.
bro,
You guys are
Don.
obviously putting out great music.
Yeah.
And before we close out, let the listeners know where they can find you.
Man, Nico G4 on every platform, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, all that. NicoG4.tumblr.com. On Facebook, Nico G4, type it in. NicoG4.com. Like I said, go get the Road with the Winners merch, Roll the Dice 2 on iTunes, Spotify, Google Music, all that, man. Tidal. I'm everywhere. Recipe video about to drop, man, on YouTube. Be on the lookout for that in the next week. You know, I'm going to have a little, releases going on my SoundCloud too. So if you want to just tune in and follow me on SoundCloud, go do that. Nico G4. You already
That's
know.
Nico G4 right here on the Kickback Show Dash Radio. I'm the DJ TJ.
Nathaniel knows.
And we out here, y'all.
You dig?
It was unbelievable. Foxes everywhere. Not a wolf in sight. No sheep either. Go figure.
They keep touching niggas style, they keep forward with the flow. Ay, someone pulling up, ay, all these bitches know. They keep touching niggas style, they keep forward with the flow. Ay, someone pulling up, ay, all these bitches know now. Boy, we gon' keep that on the low now. We gon' keep that on the low now. We gon' keep that on the low. I know she fucking with G4. Bitch, I'm stacking my dough. Bitches, they loving that G to the foe. Killing the show, so we hitting the road. Smoking the dope and inhale that smoke. I just wanna feel it, bro. No time for them silly hoes. Bitches love to play them games and get mad when I play, man. I don't get it. Fuck that hoe one time, let's get it. You can bring friend too, know she with it. Find no $1 million tickets from the bottom. Fuck that wishing, never waited on you niggas. Made my own to be specific. Only link up with real niggas. Reasons why we ain't kicked it. Yeah, you niggas corny on the internet. Yeah, and I say that with all disrespect. You focused on the image, nigga, focus on the check. You like the bitch with no ass, she ain't got shit. They keep touching nigga style, they keep fuck with the flow. Ay, someone pulling up, ay, all these bitches know. They don't touch a nigga style, they keep fuck with the flow. Ay, someone pulling up, ay, all these bitches know now. We gon' keep that on the low now. We gon' keep that on the low now. We gon' keep that on the low. I know she fucking with G4. Yeah, she can't tell me, yeah, I see him looking. Yeah, they mad, cause we cooking, all the shows booking. Overseas, take a flight, get that by the night. Cool white like my Nikes, I don't play too nice. With the flow too precise, slice it with the rice. Truffle butter on the side, hope we eating great. Ain't no room on my plate, and you niggas late. Took your bitch to my spot, call that shit a day. Cause I'm beating out that box with the stale face. Them Subi denims on my knots since the 10th grade. Them broke niggas need some help, get the first aid. In the worst way, hurt them in the worst way. Worst way, yeah. They can't touch a
breaking their hearts again. Got my size 12s on the gas. I might put her on staff. That would be a dream collab. I apologize in advance.
They can't touch a nigga style, they can fuck with the flow. Every time I'm pulling up, all these bitches know they don't touch a nigga style. They